On this month's First Week Food, we talk about people that have done messed up and 10 things about sharks.
But first, our review of Beardens, all coming up on the Segway Podcast. Hey, welcome to the Segway.
The best thing to happen to you on a Thursday.
That's right, recording live in LeBron's backyard.
So, the big news this week is I am the Week 3 VIP. That's not right. I am the
takeover host.
The takeover host for Ray for her Everyday Akron. I'm doing my best. I'm awkward.
What posts have you done so far?
Done a bunch. I did one of my dog and my cat. I did the walk through of the first floor of my house. I'm going to do the next one tomorrow. Just me. I did like an introduction post.
You should do like a seductive, in the bathtub. Like just the bubbles are just perfectly covering the parts that people shouldn't see.
The whole thing.
I'm just saying you should think about it.
Oh, okay. So that's my week.
It was a pretty low-key week. I went to the Holden Arboretum. Have you ever heard of that? It's like a park thing. You have to pay to get in. It's cool. It's just, there's like wildflowers. There's a lot of trees and vegetation. But they were doing like a fairy door hunt thing, which Claire was really into. It's like, they gave you a map that had these little areas. Like, it didn't show you where they were, just like the general area they were in. So that was fun. There were some really cool fairy doors that they created, like lit up in the trees and stuff. They also had a canopy tour, which is really cool. Like where you're walking on bridges up in the trees.
Oh.
So that was cool. I don't know if it was
fun.
It was probably worth the admission, but that was kind of like the highlight of my week.
Where was that at?
Up north somewhere.
All right. Up north.
Up north. You know, it'd actually be a really good week for a detour sometime. So maybe I'll save all the details for that.
Good.
Yeah. All right, so this is a little bit farther back than we planned on because the perfect fifth caught us off guard. But our first week food for the month of August 2020, we went to Beardens in Rocky River.
I was pronouncing Beardens.
Bearden? You know, maybe it is Beardens. Because don't they have like a bear in there? Isn't that like their logo thing?
All I can think about is the car on the outside.
You know, some people have like a 5-minute commute to work. They're very lucky people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's you, wasn't that great. But for you people that have a longer commute, let's dive into this a little bit. So Rocky River is a Cleveland suburb, right?
Yeah.
So it was a decent drive, and it did make some of the list we looked at. So
yes, it did.
That's why we went there. Kind of a fast food joint. Like
yes.
You get in a line, you go up and you order like you would at a Taco Bell or a Burger King or something if you're not drunk and in your car at 3 a.m. And they give it to you, or they give you a number if you're eating there, or you can get it to go. And then there's seating inside. It's very like 50s diner-ish.
Very much.
Because of the world right now, we ate at a picnic table in the back.
Yeah, which was very nice until the wind tried to take away our umbrella.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the eating part.
Wow. No.
So I got a veggie burger. It wasn't Beyond. It wasn't Impossible. It was their own veggie burger. It had ketchup, mayo, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and grilled onions by choice.
I got the peanut butter and sweet pickle burger.
Which is it what they're... It's like, if you look up this place, this is the burger, the unique burger that they say you should try.
Yeah, this is their burger, like this one.
Yep. Let me just say, before we get too far into this is back-to-back months that Charlie's gotten a burger without cheese on it, which is just both sad and amazing.
The first one really justified that.
That was the rail.
Yes.
So you guys know how to do it. We do the pack scale, the PPACD, presentation, portion size, tentative cost, and deliciousness, and that's how we rate it. So without further ado, Matt, take us off.
Presentation.
So you're at Beardens, and you open your burger, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it was hot and greasy.
Yeah.
And it looked like an oil spill, and then in the middle, there's like green specks of pickle. I was like, that's all right. Definitely not what I expected.
Well, they probably used creamy peanut butter, right? So it was very oily. They probably put simple syrup in it to make it last longer.
Probably.
So you probably had a shit ton of simple syrup.
A sugar burger.
But
it was melty. It was, I guess that's not bad. It was like really thin little kind of like layer. I expected a dollop, you know?
Shout out, if anybody wants to hear us talk more about peanut butter, we actually taste tested 5 peanut butters, and we told you which one was the best, so you can go over to YouTube and probably find the Segway podcast and then find it. I don't know if you'll be able to search the peanut butter taste test, but that was really good. My burger actually looked fantastic. It's like 2 levels, like bar and tavern burgers, and then fast food burgers. We're in like the fast food realm with Swenson's and Midway Oh Boy. That's where we're at here. We're not in the Nano Brew or the Rail or Smoke or anything like that. So it was wrapped up in plastic. So I opened up the burger, and I specifically remember, and I was hungry, but I specifically remember thinking, wow, this looks good. Like, it had the melty cheese, it had the grilled onions like rolling off. It wasn't like a super clean burger. Like I mentioned how the Rail was like a very clean burger that I could eat while driving or something. Not the case with this burger. It was oily, it was greasy, it was messy, but it looked like a big, juicy, good fast food burger. And I was very tempted to eat it. I gave it a 3.
It was like a 1.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like a 1.
Okay, so that is a 4 out of 6.
Portion size.
So don't worry, my knocks are coming. They're coming. But for now, yeah, I'm in good spirits because I haven't eaten it yet. I'm looking at it, and I'm also holding it, and my hands are telling me this is a good sized burger. It really was for me. It wasn't a little shrimpy burger. It was packed on. They were very generous with the toppings. The bun size wasn't small. The burger fit the patty fit the bun well. Just holding it, I was like, this is a pretty good portion size. Also, I know for a fact I was full when I was done, and they gave me literally like 4 onion rings. So I can't attribute it to the side for why I was full. The side was very minimal. I traded one of my onion rings for one of your mac and cheese bites.
Probably wasn't a fair trade, but that's okay.
Yeah, I didn't really care. They were both good. The onion rings were good. The mac and cheese bites were okay.
Are great. That's not the point though.
But just going from that, like I wasn't the onion rings did not fill me up. There weren't a ton of it, and when I was done eating this burger, I was full. So for me, the portion size was actually pretty good.
My portion size was actually pretty good too. Now I think about it, like, yeah, it was a big burger, but like it was a big disappointment. That was pretty funny.
I felt bad. Like, well, we'll get into that. But I can't knock it. Out of all the things I could say poorly about it, the size was not one of it. So I give the portion size a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree. Portion size is, yeah.
You give it a 4?
I give it a 4.
So that is a score of 8, which puts us at 12 out of 14.
Attentiveness.
Oh, man. So, like, again, with the social distancing, there's not a lot they can do. Especially in this kind of situation where it's like, place your order, here's your burger.
Yeah. This is pretty much like you have to lose it, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you do the minimum, if you do the standard at this point, because we're not rating the restaurant or the service anymore, we're rating specifically the burger. So as long as your service doesn't blow it, you pretty much get the 2 out of 2.
I agree, 100%, honestly, and I feel like our gal, I don't think she missed her shot.
No, she asked. She was very polite.
Yeah.
She was very, attentive to what we were saying. And I mean, all you can ask for in that situation is they didn't mess up your order.
Yeah, and they didn't.
No, and they didn't. Yeah, so I gave it a 2.
I gave it a 2 as well. What are they gonna do?
Right, exactly.
Throw it on the ground for your face? I'd give that a 0.
Yeah,
I would, but this girl got a 2.
All right, she got a 2. All right, so that is a score of 4, which puts us at 16 out of 20.
Cost.
I feel like there's 2 ways to attribute cost. It's like, did you pay for something that was worth it, or did you pay for something that was filling? So the cost was not bad. Like, the veggie burger was between $5 and $7. So in general, as a burger, and for that size, it was really good. Now, if you guys are picking up on our little clues we're leaving, those breadcrumbs, not the most appetizing burgers. So there's no way I can give it a 5. I won't say my score yet, but there's no way I can give it a 5 because it wasn't like the deliciousness plus the size was just phenomenal. It wasn't. But I was very full and it didn't break the bank. I think for my burger, Claire's burger, both of our sides and both of our drinks, I think it was like $22. So in general, pretty solid. Not worth the drive, not worth the food, but in general, the cost was actually pretty good.
I agree. I think mine was maybe a little overpriced. It was like...
But you had the special, and it was real meat, so it's always going to be... It should always be more expensive unless I get the Beyond Burger and I get the $3 charge, which they didn't have here. I'm talking about previous restaurants.
Right. I don't know. It's hard to play. I guess 3. It's average.
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I give it 3.
So that is a score of 7. So that puts us at 23 out of 30, heading into...
Deliciousness.
You ever eat a boot?
Nope.
I think I might have at this place.
Is that how bad the burger? Like, so, okay, let's ignore the peanut butter sauce and the simple syrup.
Yeah.
Talk about just the quality of the burger you ate.
The burger itself was tough. It was tough. I was like, how do you make a burger tough?
It was like a wrestling match. I had you in the headlock.
It was overdone. I mean, it wasn't like a super thick patty, so I guess it's easy to do that too, and also it's probably safer to make sure it's done like that. But still, it was probably a little overdone. Like both of them were, because it was a double.
Oh, I was gonna ask if it was a single or a double.
It was originally a single, but I ordered a double.
Gotcha.
They were tough. Like patties, they were overdone. I was like, this is a little intense. And then add the peanut. I want to try a good one where it's peanut butter sauce and pickles. I feel like a good one would be really good.
Well, I mean, you could probably do that if you literally get. Now the simple syrup might be necessary if you want to. If you're grilling a burger and you want to put the peanut butter on it, you might need the simple syrup so it doesn't like burn. But I bet you could. I mean, if you just put peanut butter on an already cooked sandwich ready for the bun, you could probably test it out yourself. And I bet. What if you had it with cheese? Cheese and peanut butter? No?
I don't know.
Peanut butter cheesecake.
My mind says that's wrong. That's not the same thing. My mind says that's wrong, but I would try it probably.
I would try a bite, right?
I mean, sweet and savory is really good together. Like
chicken and waffles.
Yeah, chicken waffles, McGriddles.
Oh, dude, McGriddles.
Yeah.
I can only get an egg and cheese McGriddle now, but it's still real good.
It's still good. But anyway, you know who has peanut butter?
Huh.
The Rail.
Yes.
I would try it. Yeah, I would try the Rail.
Okay.
But this did not work. I don't know.
I like how this is about Beardens, and you got us talking about McDonald's and you got us talking about the Rail. That's just a sign.
Yeah, honestly it is. I don't think it was very good at all.
If they had a Beyond Burger, this would be 100% different. I think this would be like an 8 or a 9 for me, because the biggest miss for me was the veggie patty. Like, the size was good, the toppings were excellent. The only way I think somebody would like this burger is if the toppings overpowered the veggie burger, because it was mush. There was no bite to it. It was just literally like mush. Like when you bit into it, it's just like if you were eating mashed potatoes.
That hurts.
Like the bun mixing with the patty was like that soft mashed potatoes. It was very similar to Smoke the Burger Joint, which is why I hit them so hard, because it was just the consistency. It wasn't a solid thing. It just mushed.
That's a bummer. Smoke was very good.
Yeah. For you.
Yeah, for me.
Maybe it's healthier, and maybe that's how some people like it. So if you don't like the meaty quality, if you want it to be soft like mashed potatoes, then you probably would actually really like this burger. But it's a shame, because the cheese was fantastic, the grilled onions were fantastic, the size was fantastic. It was just mushy. So
judging how they did my beef patty, I probably wouldn't go there again.
I mean, especially for the distance. Like, if it was a 5-minute drive from my house, I probably would give it a second shot.
No, get out of here. Swenson's. Honestly.
Yeah. I have had Swenson's since we did it, so because it is close. But I should be going to the Rail more, because the Rail was damn good.
I've had the Rail like 4 times.
Since we went?
Yeah.
Last month.
Yep.
You've gone, well, you live like 10 minutes now.
I do, yeah. And we've been eating out like every night because of the house, so.
That Power Bowl looked really good.
It was so good.
Online, because they do with the Beyond Burger.
It was so good.
Oh yeah, Beardens. I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Get out of here. It's a 2.
2? All right, that is a score of 5, which puts this at 28 out of 50, which, let me get our paper. Still is come see, come saw. But let me just tell you, we weren't feeling it.
No.
It's saved by its size. The workers there were good. Everybody was kind. The size was good, and it looked good. It was like a painting. It looked good. It looked juicy. It looked tempting. Get your veggie burger and get your not fry cook, grill master. What are they called?
SpongeBob?
Griller. Whoever makes the patties.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, get him some lessons. He needs to watch that episode again where they do the training video.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he burned yours, and mine was just mashed potatoes shoved in a burger form. Come see, come saw, aka not feeling it.
We all done it. We done messed up before.
Yep, many a time.
But I've got 2 stories. They're both super short. About people that have, I think, done messed up.
Okay.
The first one I have is about, I wrote the name wrong, Vanessa Hudgenson.
Oh, yeah, the actor or the singer.
Yeah. Did you know that they're doing a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot?
No, not with Sarah Michelle Gellar, I imagine.
No, it's a
Or
reboot.
my girl Allison Hannigan.
They actually were talking about, I actually read an article, they were talking about doing a reboot where it was like a Slayer school and she was going to be the star.
Which one?
Allison Hannigan.
Oh, okay. I like
but
her.
that didn't go through. But the reboot for Buffy is actually happening.
Good. Is it going to be, what's his name? Joss Whedon. Is he going to be behind it or no?
I think he's like executive producing.
I don't
At
know
least.
I don't know what that shit means.
Well, I mean,
it's like they give him a phone call and they're like, "Hey, are you cool with this? All right, I'm executive producer now." Like, what the fuck do they actually do?
I think it means you put like your style is still incorporated because like Tim Burton didn't direct Night Before Christmas; he only produced it.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know.
It means nothing.
Okay.
The paycheck, that's what it means.
Anyway, Hutchinson, when this was in talks for the reboot, like initially first started, they offered her the role of Buffy, and she done messed up because she said, "Nah."
Did she say why?
She did another movie, some flop movie. I cannot remember the name of it.
Did they already film Buffy?
No.
So couldn't she still do it?
She could, but I don't think she's interested. She just had no interest in it.
Well, maybe it just schedule conflicts. Maybe it's just not something.
I think it was just not up her alley, which I don't understand how it couldn't be.
She would always be compared to Sarah Michelle Gellar too. That's one of the things with doing a reboot is your performance is always going to be compared to the original.
Yeah, but you have the chance to do it better.
I don't think she will. I thought Sarah made a very good Buffy.
Okay, all right.
We're on first name basis.
Okay.
So, have you heard of Deshaun Jackson? Has he ever been on your fantasy team?
Is he a football player?
He is. He is a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going to say maybe he was at one point.
Maybe. So he done messed up because he quoted falsely. Like, this isn't, it's a double done messed up. Because he thought he was quoting this revolutionary thinker in our world known as Adolf Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah, first of all, you don't quote Adolf Hitler.
Not on purpose.
Like, there's no situation where if somebody needs advice... I hope you guys picked up on the sarcasm about the revolutionary mind. I mean, he's a terrible piece of shit. But, like, what situation is quoting Adolf Hitler acceptable? Like...
Unless you're, like, really trying to get that Third Reich back up. I don't know.
Seriously, it's like, even if you have a flat tire, it's like, well, you know what Adolf would do. Like, no. Like, it never applies. But he did a quote, which he thought was Adolf Hitler, which actually wasn't. Where it's talking about how the white Jews will blackmail America, they'll extort America, and their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they were. So he was trying to do a black empowerment post, but it was anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And you're quoting Hitler, which it wasn't actually Hitler. Snopes.com came in and said that it wasn't the original source. It claimed that it was a conversation between Hitler and an unnamed Nazi soldier, but apparently commentators on his post before he deleted it suggested that the quote appeared in Robert Edwin Herstein's The Nazis World War II. A fun fact, Philadelphia Eagle owners, Jewish. So he came out and he said, anyone who feels I have hate towards the Jewish community took my post the wrong way. I have no hatred in my heart towards no one. Equality, equality. So...
Equality.
I feel like this lends itself to incorrectly what people think Black Lives Matter is. He took a very negative approach to empower black people, which is how people misinterpret Black Lives Matter. Like,
Absolutely.
Black Lives Matter is a positive thing. It's not saying you don't matter. It's just saying, the whole all lives matter. Well, all lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter. So I'm just saying the way people view that, where you're like, negatively empowering black people, I feel like this lends itself more to that category. You're being anti-Semitic, you're quoting Adolf Hitler. It's just like there's no time or place for that. And he apologized. Maybe he didn't know the full extent of what he was saying, or in that moment he just felt like it resonated with him. But he deleted it since then. He's apologized and he done messed up.
Wow. My other one Do you know who Prince Andrew is?
Is he a prince?
He is. He's an English prince. I think he's the second son of Elizabeth.
I will never, ever, ever, ever know any of that stuff. Ever. Never.
Well, we're not British, so it's okay. Prince Andrew has been allegedly charged with partying with Epstein and quote-unquote a young girl in 2001 in March.
Isn't it crazy that when you and I say young girl, it can mean like 24, 23, but when they say it can mean like 12?
Yeah, no, they mean like a
disgusting,
baby. They
dude.
mean like a child.
It's disgusting.
It's terrible. And he's like, I didn't do that.
How old is he?
Andrew? I mean, pretty old. He's 60 now.
So when was he allegedly there, in like the 90s or the early 2000s?
2001.
Okay, so he would have been like 40.
In his 40s, yeah.
Yeah.
About the same age as Epstein.
Either way, it doesn't matter. It's still
Yeah.
gross and wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like, oh, he's only 46. No, it's still disgusting, but he's done messed up because even getting involved in this kind of scandal is like, ugh.
Even if it's a false accusation, just to have your name in that circle is like, oh, it's bad juju.
Yeah.
And it should be taken very seriously if you're going to accuse somebody of it. And,
Absolutely. Well, the person I'm accusing him is Giselle,
oh,
the lady who's in custody right now.
well,
So
she has nothing to gain by doing that. I can't. I don't want to get into it because I don't know.
that's a
what's what.
whole.
But either way, for his name even to come up, he done messed up.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, I absolutely guarantee you have this circled on your physical calendar in your kitchen. Because you have all those things. A physical calendar and a kitchen. August 9th starts the beginning of Shark Week!
I love Shark Week.
Do you? Why? Why?
Because it's interesting.
Yes. Why?
I don't know.
We're going to tell you why right now. Because we got 10 things about ... motherfucking sharks.
I didn't know we were going with that, but okay. I appreciate it.
Yes. Number 1. Different shark species reproduce in different ways. So there's over 500 species of sharks. But the way that they reproduce, it varies. There are the egg-laying species, and there's also the live-bearing species. Now there are names for this. It's like Oviparous, and then Viviparous, or Purus.
You should text your sister.
I should. Well, she doesn't. Well, she probably would know just because she knows.
Yeah.
The one that starts with an O, like Avi, whatever, that's the egg.
Gotcha.
And then the Vivi, like Vivian from Fresh Prince, right?
Oh, yeah,
Aunt
yeah.
Vivian.
Aunt Viv.
The second one. First one was a bitch. But the Vivi one is the live bearing species.
Gotcha.
So many species of sharks, and they like to get down in different ways.
2. Hammerhead sharks are specially designed to pick up electrical fields, and they have pores in their giant thing, their
Yeah.
big hammerhead, that are called ampler pores, and it lets them pick up that electrical field, so if there's a ghost underwater, they could find it.
That's not just specific to hammerheads. That's just
It's all sharks, but they're the best at it.
Yes, I think it's because their heads, right? They got like that. They
They
have to have something. I mean, their life kind of sucks. So you
yes,
gotta.
that's why.
3. Sharks have been around for a long ass time, based on fossil scales found in Australia and the United States. Scientists actually hypothesized that sharks appeared around 455 million years ago. If you believe the world is that old. If you believe it's like 2,000 years old, then they've been around at least that long.
You're not safe in fresh water.
Nope.
Bull sharks can swim in salt and fresh water.
They have like a Brita filter in their gills, so they can switch from the salt to the fresh.
Yeah, they got something.
They got something. Was that 4? 5. Sharks go into a trance. If you flip a shark upside down, so they say bop him in the nose, but if you have the maneuverability and the technical physical skills to flip a shark, it actually goes into a trance-like state called tonic immobility. I'm joking, you can't do that when they're swimming at you. But if you see like scientists that are working or observing a shark, they always flip them on their back so that they just go into this trance and they just kind of chill out.
Yeah. Oh no, the segue said to flip it. Oh.
Yeah, don't sue us.
Female sharks can be pregnant by more than one baby daddy.
Yep.
At a time. So they can have multiple embryos in their womb from multiple partners.
I saw that, and I saw it said like 36% of the time that's the case.
Yeah.
But you were just talking about sharks and how they swim around because they don't want to get raped.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
I say that, it's probably like 2 months ago, but it feels like it just happened.
I know, right?
So, in keeping on the idea of shark pregnancy, the shark embryos are known to attack each other. Scientists have noted that, there might start out with 12 litter mates. All but one exists at the end because the biggest one devours the rest. And because of this, I guess sand tiger sharks are known to have much larger babies at birth than other shark species. It has something to do with their embryos, but it's kind of nuts. Also, I just want to say this. Sharks can be pregnant for 2 years, which is just, damn.
It's a long time.
It's a long, long, long
It's a long time to want pickles and ice cream.
Yes.
Number 8. If either one of us was more like a shark, I think it would be you. Because sharks don't sleep.
Oh, then maybe that's my spirit animal. I don't think so.
No, I think they're much too vicious for you, but they don't sleep.
Number 9. Each whale shark's spot pattern is unique like a fingerprint. Whale sharks are the biggest fish in the ocean. They can grow up to a little over 12 meters long and weigh as much as 40 tons. But their spots are incredibly unique and just like a fingerprint, where no two whale shark spots are the same.
And number 10, also a whale shark. Their skin is 6 inches deep.
What?
Yeah.
I don't
know how they must have stabbed a shark with a measuring tool to find that out, but that's still crazy.
Imagine what it would take for one of those guys to get a paper cut. You'd have to like shoot him with a harpoon gun, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Just for fun, 11. Female sharks are bigger, probably because they have to carry shark babies for 2 freaking years, but they do tend to be bigger than the male counterparts.
Sharks also mate at their birthplace. So where they're born, they mate there.
It's the comfort zone, probably.
I guess so, yeah. Thank you for listening to the Segway Podcast.
All right, guys. So thank you, as always, for listening and for subscribing and for reviewing. Let us know if you guys are digging the new format with us putting the main topic at the beginning. I know it kind of lends itself to kind of awkward finishes, but we know that not everybody has 30, 40 minutes to listen to an episode. So when you see that it's about Beardens or whatever it's called, we want to give you that up front so that, it's there waiting for you when you want to listen to it.
Yeah, I like the front-loaded episodes better, but I mean, that's just me. I want to know what they're thinking, too.
Yeah. Let us know. Hit us up. So, thank you for listening, and as always, this is The Segway.
The best thing that happened to you on a Thursday. But Prince Andrew got his...
He got his. He got his. So without further ado...
Ado.